to bear anything, to take anything. And being a man was hard work because I didn't have anybody to show me. And it's hard to be, but you cannot see. See, some people quit because things are out of control. Nobody quits what you can control. But the moment you get in something where you don't get your way, or you get reprimanded, or you get corrected, or you go through this, or you go through that, or you go through the other, or it's bad conditions or bad circumstances, the first thing the immature mind says is, this is ridiculous, I quit. And it's a hard thing. See, when you come to church, we're always talking about sins of the flesh. Not being a whoremonger and coming out of adultery and stop lying. We give those things so much stage that being a weakling in the spirit can go undetected. If you aren't doing drive-by shootings and muggings, you can pass for a Christian and you really get it done. As long as you don't do anything horrific. I mean, if you didn't climb down a pole to come to church this morning, you can pass for a mother in Zion. And the truth of the matter, nobody will know that you can be well as it relates to visible sins. The Bible calls them sins of the spirit. The Bible talks about sin of the flesh and sin of the spirit. There are some things that attack your flesh, and there are some things that attack your spirit. And I'm going to do like Paul and say, this I say, but not the Lord. This is something that I have noticed, that some people who have a terrible time controlling their fleshly sins can have real good character as it relates to other areas of their life. And other people who don't smoke and don't drink and don't chew and don't run around with them that do, you can't find out what's wrong with them until you marry them or get on the job with them or interact with them. They will pass for holy until you find out that they don't keep their word, that they will give up easy, they don't complete their assignments. You can't trust them to stand by you. And no, they wouldn't take a drink for nothing in the world, but they wouldn't fight with you in a lion's den. And sometimes you have a choice. Oh, God, help me. You'd almost rather have the other person in a dogfight than to have somebody who is morally good and their character is so defected that you don't know what they're going to do from one moment to the next. Can I preach this morning? I never will forget, as a young minister, newly married, I had a friend of mine who was much older than me, who was going through a real tough time in his marriage, and I didn't even support or believe in, for that matter, divorce at that time, but his marriage got so bad, I told him, you ought to get out. I said, you ought to just get out. I watched him suffer so bad, I thought you ought to quit. He was so lonely that he got a dog and named it Friend. Oh, no, I'm not being funny, I'm serious. See, you don't know what people go through behind the scenes trying to cope with life. And I watched him take so many blows in his heart, in his masculinity, in his character, that it was so hard to watch. I wanted him to divorce her so I didn't have to see it. He stayed, and things got worse. And then it got better, and then it got worse. And then sickness came in, and then it got really bad. Throwing up on him, urinating on him, cleaning her up. You see, you can go through stuff and never know what's going to happen down the road or who you're going to need. My mother used to say, you never know who's going to have to pass you your last glass of water. And he stuck it out to the end. I mean, to the end. And I was at the funeral, listening at him scream and cry over a person who I knew had broken his heart into pieces over and over again. And yet there was some bond between them deeper than what my young eyes could see. And I remember thinking, you finished. I had never seen it before. You finished. You went all the way to the end. Better and worse, and sickness and health, and richer and poor. You went through all of that stuff, all the way to the end. It was amazing to see somebody who finished outside of convenience.
Still to come on The Potter's Touch.
I lost a lot of stuff. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of strength. I lost a lot of courage. I lost a lot of time. I lost a lot of money, but I kept down on my knees. I was still believing. Broke, I was believing. Lonely, I was believing. Betrayed, I want to know you're a healer, but I don't want to be sick. How do you win the fight when the enemy is in me? Is there a way I can be what I need to be without going through what I got to go through? I fought with haters, liars, backbiters, and betrayers. And many times I laid in the bed, I couldn't go to sleep because I was fighting with myself. I fought.
Rise above everything that's holding you back from fulfilling your destiny. Receive Put It Behind You on CD from the Rise Above series when you help us reach others with a gift of any size.
If you lose a job, keep the faith. If you lose the spouse, keep the faith. If you bury your child, keep the faith. If you have to downsize, keep the faith. If you have to move in with your mama, keep the faith.
And when your gift is $60 or more, we'll give you the groundbreaking series Rise Above on DVD, along with 3 inspirational bookmarks. However, when your gift is $125 or more, we'll also add this unique leather portfolio.
It's not what they say about you that matters. It is what you say about you that threatens your destiny. You will never be defeated by what they say about you. You will be defeated by what you say about you. I want to talk to women who are called to go into the next dimension.
This is the life-changing event of the year.
You can't think higher than the level that you are exposed to.
The only reason why you don't think I've been through something is because I don't look like what I've been through.
I love Girl Talk. I have value. I was put here for a purpose. No matter where you are, what you've been through, where you come from, you can do it.
These are happening. Lives are changing. The lineup is incredible.
Being able to cut the cord of things that you've had in your past.
No way you can go home the same after this. No way.
You are coming into the next dimension any way you can. Make some noise if you are here.
Register today for Woman Thou Art News 2014. Call 1-800-BISHOP-DEAL.
Paul writes to Timothy and says, I fought a good fight. Let him know, being me is not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not in my suits. You can get suits like me, but they won't make you stand like me. I fought a good fight, baby. I fought one hell of a fight. Are there any fighters in here? Slap somebody and tell them I fought a good fight. I fought my way up. I fought to get to work. I fought to get up on my feet. I fought to stand. I fought to carry on. I fought to love. I fought to live. I fought to get out of the bed. I fought with my fears, my doubts, my anxieties, my insecurities. I fought with haters, liars, backbiters, and betrayers. I even had to fight with family. And many times I laid in the bed. I couldn't go to sleep because I was fighting with myself. I fought. High five somebody and tell them I fought a good fight. I fought such a good fight that when I look at what other people call a fight, what they call a fight is what I call normal. My whole perception of what a fight is has been revolutionized. That's not a fight. I fought a good fight. The old man tells the young man, I fought a good fight. You might not have seen it. You saw the glamour. You saw the healings. Be healed, be healed, be healed. But let me show you what you didn't see. I fought to do that. I fought a good fight. I kept the faith. I kept it. I lost a lot of stuff. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of strength. I lost a lot of courage. I lost a lot of time. I lost a lot of money. But I kept down on my knees. I was still believing. Broke, I was believing. Lonely, I was believing. Betrayed, I was. Kept. Touch 3 people, tell them, keep the faith, keep the faith. If you lose a job, keep the faith. If you lose a spouse, keep the faith. If you bury your child, keep the faith. If you have to downsize, keep the faith. If you have to move in with your mama, keep the faith. If you're at your wit's end, keep the faith. If you have to catch the bus, keep the faith. If you have to thumb, keep the faith. If you get sick, keep the faith. If you lose your kidneys, keep the faith. If you got heart trouble, keep the faith. You might not get a new heart, but you got to keep your faith. Then he says, the old man says to the young man, I finished my course. I am concerned because we are living in a world that has become comfortable with going to school and getting an incomplete. The danger of living a life of incompletes. 3 or 4 sets of families. 3 or 4 sets of kids. Nobody can count on you to stay. Forget winning. Forget winning. To stay. You don't have to be a superhero. Nobody can count on you to stay, to stick it out, to endure. Nobody can count on you past happy. They used to come in my office and say, I'm leaving him because he's beaten me. I'm leaving him because he abused my children. I'm leaving him because he's homicidal. Now they come in my office, they say, I'm leaving because I'm not happy. You're not happy? Who told you you was gonna be happy? What does that have to do with anything? Who do you know in your life that is happy all the time? You quit because you weren't happy? To the person who keeps quitting, you have to live with that infection that you carry, that propensity to never finish. Paul says, I finished my course. I didn't finish yours. I didn't finish yours. I didn't finish yours. I didn't finish yours. And I'm not into your business. I'm not trying to get in your business. People who are trying to finish their course are not nosy. Because they are so focused trying to finish what they started. I don't have time to worry about what's going on in your house. I'm so busy trying to manage what's going on in... It's all I can do to finish my course. Somebody in this room You've quit so many things that you've lost respect for yourself. Somebody say, give me the grace to endure. Don't misunderstand it. You can't be no whip now. The Apostle Paul got into trouble. Lord, remove this thorn from my flesh. He had to pray. He had to go through some tough time. He said, I got so depressed. I got so discouraged. I wanted to die. I prayed after seeing people get healed and delivered. I raised people from the dead and couldn't get the thorn out of my own flesh. The contradictions of being powerful outwardly and conflicted inwardly is enough to make you quit. And still, he finished the course with a God who said no to his own prayer. Oh, y'all don't want to talk to me. What do you do when you're better on the outside than you are on the inside? I can get rid of your thorn, but I gotta bear. Oh my God, this is so good. I'm gonna get my own CD. I'm gonna get this. Isn't it amazing how good you can be at fixing other people's lives? You know exactly what they ought to do. Even Jesus struggled with finishing.
Yes, indeed.
He goes to the Garden of Gethsemane and says, oh no. Daddy, this is tougher than I thought. He labored in prayer till sweat like blood like sweat poured through his skin, saying, can I get out of this? Can I get out of this? Can I get on a horse and ride away? Can I take a camel and ride away from a cross? Jesus says, Daddy, can I quit? I've never seen a potter's house so quiet. 3 times he prayed, help me to finish. Is there a way that I can get out of being me? Is there anybody in here who has ever prayed, Lord, is there a way I can get out of being me? Being me is not going so good. Being me is not what it's cracked up to be. Daddy, can I quit? And finally he says, not my will. That's where it is. That's the whole thing. Not my will means not my way, not my preferences, not my pleasure, not my style, not what I wanted, not what I liked, but thine be done. I've got to stop. I hate to stop right there, but I've got to do it. I want you to hold on to that word because I believe that is a relevant word. Defying the urge to quit is what it's all about. It's not always about how many steps you gain forward. Sometimes just resisting the temptation to cave in is victory. Defy that urge and watch God move supernaturally in your life. And to all my sisters, where are my sisters at? Can I hear you? Hey, I know you're packing right now, getting ready for Woman Thou Art Loose, October 2nd through the 4th. Maybe a little early to pack, but not too early to get your tickets. Reservations, reserve your seating. I want you to have the best that we have available for you, but you have to respond soon or we're going to run out of seats. I want to hear from you right now and come or send somebody, make it a gift to a wife, to a mama, to a friend, send somebody to Atlanta to experience Woman Thou Art Loose live. The theme is the wait is over. You are really going to be blessed by it. Have a great one today and know that I'm praying for you. I'm believing God with you. And whether you can meet me in Atlanta or just meet me on television, I am glad for your support of this ministry. Take care. God bless. I want to talk to women who are called to go into the next dimension.
This is the life-changing event of the year.
You can't think higher than the level that you are exposed to.
The only reason why you don't think I've been through something is because I don't
I love Girl Talk. I have value. I was put here for a purpose. No matter where you are, what you've been through, where you come from, you can do it.
Things are happening, lives are changing. The lineup is incredible.
Being able to cut the cord of things that you've had in your past.
No way you can go home the same after this. No way.
You are coming into the next dimension any way you can. Make some noise if you're here.
Register today for Woman Thou Art These 2014. Call 1-800-BISHOP-2.
I want to know you're a healer, but I don't want to be sick. How do you win the fight when the enemy is in me? Is there a way I can be what I need to be without going through what I got to go through? I fought with haters, liars, backbiters, and betrayers. And many times I laid in the bed, I couldn't go to sleep because I was fighting with myself. I fought.
Rise above everything that's holding you back from fulfilling your destiny. Receive Put It Behind You on CD from the Rise Above series when you help us reach others with a gift of any size.
If you lose a job, keep the faith. If you lose a spouse, keep the faith. If you bury your child, keep the faith. If you have to downsize, keep the faith. If you have to move in with your mama, keep the faith.
And when your gift is $60 or more, we'll give you the groundbreaking series Rise Above on DVD, along with 3 inspirational bookmarks. However, when your gift is $125 or more, we'll also add this unique leather portfolio.
It's not what they say about you that matters. It is what you say about you that threatens your destiny. You will never be defeated by what they say about you. You will be defeated by what you say about you.
Next time on The Potter's Touch.
I'll go on a job that is full of hell and chaos and smile every morning and do my job because it is not about them, it's about me. Define the urge. And oh, what an urge it is to quit. Quit school, quit jobs, quit life, quit friends, quit church. Oh, what an urge it is to quit politics, pulpiteering, preaching, I don't care what it is.